Hello and welcome to Find It this Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. So glad you're here. If you're here live with us, make sure you let us know you're here. Make comments, ask our guest that's coming up some questions. I am going to be bringing our guest up here in a minute, but I want to remind you guys that this episode is brought to you by Studio 11 Style. Studio 11 Style is my company. It is online, and we will be having something special happening local this coming Monday, August the 11th. Can't believe I'm saying August already. That's crazy. But it's August 11th. So if you stop downtown on Paint Street, you will see that we are having a sidewalk sale with a lot of festivities and a lot of fun. And then you can also go up to the boutique and shop other new items as well. So that is that. Don't forget about me. And that if you look up in the, I don't know if I'm pointing. This is the app. You can download it for free, put notifications on so that we can connect when we do live streams. So that's enough of that. So tonight, this is a show where we find it. We find something. Tonight, we have a guest who's going to come talk to us about film commissioning. He is a film commissioner. And, I was just thinking, behind every movie scene in a city, there's someone behind that who is making it possible. So with no further ado, I would like to welcome Film Commissioner Daniel Griesheimer, and he will have an intro. He'll be right back with us. Hello and welcome, Daniel Griesheimer.
Hey,
Welcome. Hey, we're so good. I'm so glad to have you. We've ran into each other so many different times in our own local city, and we've threatened to work together or do something. So, hey, here we are. We're going to do a podcast. We're going to find it tonight.
I know, it's so awesome. I'm excited to be here with you.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. So I'm going to dive right into it because so many people ask, what does a film commissioner do? And if I'm being really upfront and transparent, I really didn't know. And so I looked it up, and I'm very interested to hear what does a field commissioner do? A film commissioner do?
Actually, going to be setting classes where you can actually learn the industry a little bit more, like acting, boom mic operator, cinematographer, those various of categories that you can learn the crew side of a movie, or the acting side.
Okay.
That's only one thing too. So
what side of it do you gravitate to and you're most knowledgeable?
I started out in acting, and there's always a special place for acting for myself. But I love producing here recently. Like being an executive producer, being a location scout. And ever since then, I kind of picking some parts here and there of the industry.
So as far as like when I was researching it too, one of the main goals it said in my research was getting people in your local area on site to actually do a production. So I recently read something about you getting Chillicothe commissioned.
Yeah, it was about 3 weeks ago that city council voted all yes, and that was a joy to hear. I think overall this city needed a win, but I'm looking forward to bringing more like jobs here.
That's amazing. Wait a minute. What did they vote on? Like, what was on the board for the city council to vote on? What were the obstacles, and what did they vote yes on everything for?
Oh yeah, I know with the first reading, because we overall had to do 3 readings.
Oh,
and it was pretty much one big waiting game, which I'm fine with, because don't rush a good thing. You want to make sure it's where the process is and all that.
yeah.
But it was essentially just stating like the structure of it. And then this coming Monday is going to be another meeting is about going to be putting more people on the board. But overall, how it passed, pretty much they voted yes to pass it to the next reading until the third. And the third went about talking about the policies and like the regulations,
Oh,
how long I'm going to be in this position,
hmm.
which is 4 years. I could go about it again. Yeah.
But I mean, does the city have to vote to have the city commissioned in order for people to be able to legally film here? I guess is my question.
Nope. Because I know certain cities do, because there's different ways to go about it, about building a film commission.
Okay.
But overall, it does regulate with the city and the local government. And there's tiers to this. There's local, state, national, like federal, and international as well. So we could be working with a major motion picture production company, for example, and we would get like someone from Europe or even from LA, from Atlanta. Just all depends on if they want to film here, and that's what I want to project. Like, hey, this is a wonderful place
Yeah.
with a magical environment that can be captured in film.
It is a great place. I wonder how often AI disrupts on location filming. They have so many ways to take film, and you just have actors, and they could be in a white room, and then they would have a backdrop. I mean, have you seen the change with AI and how it affects on location filming?
Oh yeah, and we're in a unique situation in the industry right now where because I think it was like 2 years ago, the Screen Actors Guild
Hmm.
was in an uproar, and also the Writers Guild of America was as well. And one of the reasons why the Screen Actors Guild, because the fact of the matter that if you work for a day, like if you're a day player or an extra, they can scan your look, and
Yeah.
and they can take your look and own that look.
Yeah.
You'll get paid for that one day's worth of work,
Hmm.
and that's too copy paste for me.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, and also it's a little weird. But we have to not necessarily work with AI. I mean, work with AI, grow with it, learn how to use it, but you don't have to necessarily use it.
Yeah.
Like been a couple indie film festivals, and like a lot of across the country
Yeah.
where there's AI like sections now, and I'm like, that's a little weird, and like it's all about the morality of it. Like, are they actually going to announce that they used AI or not?
You know what I think? I think that AI could be really helpful in like action movies when you're going to help keep an actor safe from not actually having to do like stunts and things like that. Like if it could actually help with that. But you know what it's crazy to me. We're taking that's taking the experience out of acting on location for actors. To be able to travel different places in our country or beyond and bring people into our community, because I want you to talk a little bit about that too, Daniel. When you recruit, or I want to know first, I don't even know how you attract someone to come to this area. I mean, how do you do it? Whether you're in LA, whether you're in London, what do you do to get in contact with people to let them know, hey, come here? How do you do that? And then the second part of that question is, does it bring a lot of tourism into the cities when they do filming?
Oh yeah, I know. Just for example, a recent film that was filmed in Cincinnati and Cleveland. It was a major motion picture, by all means. It was Superman, and they hired 3,000 local, and I think the number was about close to $38 million that they helped locally. And if we can get like a major motion picture in here, I mean, that would help the city tremendously.
Sure.
But to attract them, I've actually, it does help where I've been in the industry since around 2011, 2012. And that's where I got really invested into it. Started knowing certain ways to contact like production companies as a producer and trying to just like, hey, it's cheaper here to film.
Yeah.
Um, and just there's a bunch of like pros and cons of certain areas about filming. Like if it's in a bigger city, you have to pay more permits and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But really, the attraction, especially working with the Visitors Bureau of Ross County, because we've been helping with their content here and there throughout the year as well.
Yeah.
We want to help like make a staple here and make a newer positive light of entertainment with incentives,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where it help like local economy and but really with a lot of stuff moving forward, because we've heard rumors about Ohio is up and coming, which it is for film, with Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati, even our neighbor Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing amazing things now. Kentucky, the surrounding states, is doing a lot of indie productions
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of major motion picture as well. But just really trying to attract, I think, filmmakers here is the welcomeness and the already incentives that we're ready to welcome them in.
Yeah.
Because like I've been contacting the local insurance companies to research and invest in production insurance or equipment insurance, lodging. There's Airbnbs here.
And there's so many.
Oh yeah,
I cannot believe how many Airbnbs, even on our downtown. It's amazing.
oh yeah, which is really fascinating because like I lived out in Los Angeles for a couple years, and that's how I learned all this chaos of industry. And but really, it's not really. It's always a hustle. I think with any type of work you do, but it's really the persistence and keeping yourself checked, um, because each role that you get or each film that you bring here, after each production, you start over.
Back to the grind. You got.
Yeah,
What about what production are you working on? Are you working on someone coming in now? Did
yeah.
you have? I feel like didn't. It's bad that I don't know this, but
No, you're fine.
didn't you have a production come in here, or are you working on it? Did we have someone come in?
I know I've been working on things locally, like as producing,
Yeah.
last year and also this year. I'm helping three productions as of right now to come in town.
Okay.
There is a local to the state,
Mm-hmm.
not local here, like as in the city, but we have a team that is doing a documentary of the paper mill,
Okay.
and it's kind of like a drama. It's definitely like a short doc series.
Okay.
They said they want to be out. It will be out by August 10th. So I'll let you know about that and where you can find that as soon as I know.
Okay.
Um, and there is a feature film being filmed here locally. There is the director is Joseph Cox. He is a native of Cincinnati. He is still campaigning on his budget, but his goal budget is $50,000
Okay.
that he's going to try to bring locally. And that is a drama where, like a band movie, where the
Mm-hmm.
making of a band and the falling out of it.
Okay.
So there's going to be maybe some broken hearts in that movie.
I bet. Well, this is exciting though. And I know that with more, tenacity and just continued work toward making the right connections to get even, like you said, major motion films where they even could come in and film part of a movie. We have a lovely backdrop and we have a welcoming city. I mean, we have beautiful, our landscape is gorgeous. So I think that it would be, of course, I think it's amazing.
I
But
I think it's kind of like a Hallmark town for sure.
yeah.
And I've always joked about that. And our last feature, what we did here locally, it was a domestic violence awareness movie, but from the
Yeah.
dog's perspective. And one of the production companies that is kind of looking at us is Hallmark Plus. So I thought that
Oh,
was
well, because we belong. And
yeah, right.
are you kidding? We are the OG of a
oh,
Hallmark movie. Are you kidding me? I can watch them all year. I drive my whole family crazy.
oh, if we could get one, and
Doesn't matter what time of year. I can watch the Christmas ones too. I love Hallmark Station. I think it's excellent.
if we could get like some fake snow in here, and
Well, gosh, if they wait long enough, if they're here February, we'll have
right.
it. I mean, come on. We got snow. We get the snow here.
That's
Um,
true. That's
I
true.
wanted to ask you, like, what once you get, because you're doing a lot of this stuff, like you're the unsung hero kind of. You're in the background all the time, talking to the people, trying to bring people in, making things happen. Once the production starts, what participation at that point do you have?
Um, it varies really to the point of how they want to invest with the city. Because like sometimes they might bring me on the producer. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, thanks. Like, and I just go with the adventure. And but like if they only just simply want certain like services, like with like film locations or certain catering services,
I
or
see. You're a one-stop shop, aren't you? You'll just do whatever it takes to get them here, and then if you need to be in the,
yeah, pretty much.
you'll go and act too.
Oh yeah,
Because
like
I don't know. We were talking before the podcast started, so excuse me if you already said this. Did you tell you started with acting?
yeah. Actually, this past Saturday, I was in Kentucky taking stunt classes,
We
and
were just talking about taking stunts out of it.
yeah,
Now you're going to get
um,
all bruised up.
oh no, it took a couple days. I bounced back, but I just love networking. I love getting knowing people's skill sets, and like, hey, I have a job for this, and like it's just really crucial. I think with certain artists,
Yeah,
everyone should have an outlet. I feel.
sure. Yeah. And the other thing is, I want to put that back on the screen, Lynn. Julie, I want Julie to know he was just talking about city council and how appreciative he was. So, yes, thank you for helping his goals happen, Julie. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you.
Yeah. But is that your dog?
It's my cat. It's cuddling.
Oh, the cat is having a look. The cat wants its film
I
moment.
know.
It's fine. We all
It's like, are you okay, kitty? Like,
I know it's probably like hawking up a hairball or something.
oh man, don't do that.
I was like, I'm not really sure. I think it's a dog, but it's a cat. Okay, gotcha. The cat wants to be in this scene. Okay, we got it. That's funny. Oh yes, of course. Aunt Julie's on here. It's all about the cats. Yeah, she's a cat fan. That's for sure. No matter where we are when we travel, if there's a cat, she's feeding it, and they become very good friends. God
Oh
love.
gosh.
But yeah, that's interesting about what you do. And when we were talking at Paper City Coffee, and you're like, yeah, we got it commissioned. I'm a film commissioner. And I was like, I really don't even know what that means. So it was interesting to, and so a film commissioner really wears many, many hats. So you can do as much as get them here and produce, or it could be just you seeking out the talent to be on location in your region or area. So, and then like you said, once they get here, if they already have their producer, they already have everything set, but they just need to understand, where can I get what I need? You're their liaison to every other service that we have available in our town, right?
Yeah, and I just want it for like future, like like adults. Like it's I want them to feel okay to get involved with government.
Yeah.
And and it's always good to like also follow your dreams through the process too.
Yeah, what do you say to people when you're telling us too, hey, once we start bringing more productions into our area, it's going to create open availability for extras for acting or all the other things that go into making a production happen. Um, and they can make a little extra money. But not only that, maybe they'll find something in them that they may have always wanted to try and never did it. But since it's local, they may like dip their toe in acting or stagehand stuff or and then be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I found my passion. You don't know. You never know.
And I try to push myself. I don't know if you seen the movie The Greatest Showman.
I haven't.
Oh,
I haven't seen a I haven't is it a more recent movie or is it an
it's been within the, I think past like 7 years. I think
old?
if you like musicals and Hugh Jackman, there you go.
Oh, I love musicals for sure. I love musicals.
Uh,
I'll look it up. Is it on Netflix by any chance?
I believe it is on
Hulu.
Hulu.
Okay, I got that too. I'll check it out.
You do.
I'll check it out.
But like I imagine myself like I want to bring jobs here and like create something that's new to the area. I mean, it's not new, but like it's just kind of like the arts have kind of been not necessarily left to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I want to help paint a new picture and make it more available and access just as much as I have.
Yeah. I think that's
Because
so fun, Daniel. That is
um,
so fun.
especially for like hairdressers
Mm.
and like makeup artists who works at all these salons, if they're not getting enough hours, they can actually if a production needs a hairdresser or a makeup artist,
Gosh, yeah, I didn't even think of that.
there
You have
there's
to look good.
yeah, right. Hair flip, you know.
Yeah, they got to get it going on with the hair and makeup for sure.
And set design. There's also prop makers. There's all sorts
Wow.
of really good goes ins and out because one scene can take up to 4 hours to film. And I've been in a situation like that before, and I'm sitting there looking at the set design, like, wow, this is actually pretty cool.
And someone made that. So
Yeah.
yeah, like we have a lot of crafty, very handy people that could. So I think that you're on the right track with how can other people get involved though to help you? Do you need help or how does that work?
There's always room for help, especially because it's never a one man show. It's never like behind the
What do
scenes.
you mean, Daniel?
Like,
You were a one man show before the podcast with your accent.
I'd be like, what are you talking about over there? Are you sure? All right, Jay.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it's really interesting because yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces, and I think that's what makes it fun because it's a puzzle.
But how can we help you help get people here? Is there anything we can do to help that happen?
Yeah, there's actually September will be our first month that we're going to be doing mixers. We're going to be doing free events as well.
Cocktails? No. You're doing cocktails? What's a
I see how it is.
Daniel's doing mixers. He's a mixologist. But the mixer is what? I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
No, you're totally fine. It's kind of like a networking meeting
Okay.
where people can come learn about each other, and where each mixer will be at a different location,
Okay.
and each location is a potential film location.
Oh,
So if someone is interested in that said film location,
okay.
they can talk to the owner right then and there if they really
Wow.
want to.
Okay.
And where I've been filming here for a couple years now, I kind of started actually making lists of film-friendly businesses, and I'm going to pretty much revisit them and like, hey, and I don't know if you know the Chamber of Commerce, where how they do like the BABs.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like the mixer I know about.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like that. It's that but with a twist.
Okay.
Um, because I really want to bring like as much artists here as possible, but it's not only about artists.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they have a big impact about it, yeah. But eventually, like these business owners
Yeah.
or investors, because I'm going to be bringing in investors on board to invest in certain fundraisers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be writing grants through this process as well.
Oh yeah. That's
Um, and I think I think that definitely helped the incentives. I think.
yeah,
Uh,
definitely. So, what about the challenges you face in productions and before and after? What are some? What? Wait a minute. Let me back up a minute. What challenges do you have getting people to come here? Like, remember you were talking before the podcast. We had an opportunity, or not we. It was I think you said Cincinnati almost had what? Who almost filmed there, and they didn't.
well, Cincinnati, they just recently had the
Superman.
Superman. Yeah,
But there was, I don't know if we almost had something and lost it, or you were saying somebody almost had someone in Ohio, let's say that, and they lost the to another location. What kind of challenges do we have? I mean, because like you said earlier, we don't have as many permits, so that's a plus. That's good.
and also with the tax incentive program with the state. And if your movie is over a certain budget, we can actually file for a tax exempt with the tax incentives with the state. And you're talking about, if I think it's around $320,000 or 350,000. If it's over that, you can get that boost up to over a million
That's
potentially.
crazy. That's crazy. And I mean, that's an incentive right there. I mean, to
Yeah.
go, just the smaller cities. But
And and also Cincinnati Film Commission, Chillicothe, and like Columbus, all of them now all together, they can work with each other too. And that's what Cincinnati and Cleveland did in the Superman movie.
mhm,
And they hired 3,000 local. And I love that
that's
because
really cool.
it's giving people a chance.
Mhm.
Actors, crew, of all sides of it.
Well,
Um,
the other part is when you get someone to come into our region and into or even our town, the amount of they have to have some place to stay, they have to eat, they may use our services like hair and makeup and all. It just the revenue that it brings in to our area is a plus on its own. So I just think what you're doing is so wonderful.
and I feel with like, I know you know about the news locally and stuff, like with the paper
Mhm.
mill. I really want to create a new industry that will help benefit at least what I know of the industry, what I know. And I got told by a friend, don't try to take it all on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Um, which that's, I mean, I love the
Did you
sound.
did you say too late?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And like when I was living out in Los Angeles, I that sense of community out there. Don't get me wrong, it's different,
Yeah.
and but here,
Mhm.
uh, it's just the energy's different.
Mhm.
People are more welcoming. Um, I think more accepting to certain ideas.
Yeah.
Um, but I think the fall of Hollywood in Los Angeles um, is a big factor, um, especially with Atlanta. Atlanta is actually having some issues right now as well. Um, they're just seeking other outlets to film cheaper, and
Yeah.
with certain towns like us in Chillicothe, I think it will benefit.
Yeah. I think that I know that we have a lot to offer, and I think it would be a great experience for all. And it would help a community like ours that, like you said, I mean, the huge, we're known for the big red and white smokestack, and it's about ready to be a no more. And it's, wow, what a end of a amazing chapter, that all the families that are affected, and then those families that will probably move perhaps, then their family that's still here. I mean, it has a ripple effect. And my heart does go out to all of those families. But if we continue to have people like you who are and thinking outside the box a little bit and bringing new industry in here, that's just going to be great for everyone involved, everyone
And
who lives here.
yeah, and like I want to get a hold of the county commissioners and talk to
Mhm.
them, and collaborate with them as much as possible. Same thing with city council and all like agencies around the
Sure.
county and so forth. And just trying to collaborate, and transparency of communication
Mhm.
is heavily. I remember you. I think you asked a question earlier. I don't think I answered it. Where of certain productions, where have things gone wrong?
Yeah.
Um, Transparency of communication and just awareness,
Mhm.
especially when you're fundraising for a film. The awareness is key,
Yeah.
and it's the approach.
Mhm.
You can't just go ask people for money,
Yeah.
and like you send an email like, "Hey, I'm making this film, da 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 da," and you just have a price tag. I need this. No one, and no
Aw.
one will. Oh, thank Gene.
We've got a local sign company. And if you ever need anything, and buddy, have I tapped into that? I love all signs.
I seen that she had my last name too. Oh wow,
Yeah. Are you guys related?
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh.
um,
Jean, I love Jean and Chrissy. It's
uh,
that's I just all my signs are from all signs. Anyway, that's a little plug, Jeannie.
and that's another thing, with Direct W, like the recording workshop.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Um,
amazing.
and we've collaborated with them over the years because I've been teaching classes for the past like 2 years now, trying to help generate local creators. Now, with the Film Commission, that's going to take over that, because I want it to be left with the Film Commission. Now, I do have a production company, and I've been kind of doing a lot over the years. But eventually, it won't be a production company; it will be a venue of some sort.
Mhm.
But we'll cross that bridge once we get there.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, that's a lot, but it's good to have the goals and to think ahead like that, so the steps are in place for you. Looks like Susan Foley is, she lives in Columbus. This is a good move, and like what he is doing, I might have a contact for him to talk to. Anything you can do and set in motion, Susan, we would certainly appreciate that. I
oh
can
yeah,
give you his number so you guys can communicate. I'm handing out Daniel's phone number. Anybody who wants it, just let
I'm always a holler away.
just holler away. Oh gosh, but yes. So continue. Yeah, I don't know if I cut you off.
Oh no, you're fine. Really, just because I've worked with wonderful people like all throughout my life, and but there's been decent productions.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been a bad production.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't get done, that's a whole different game. Because the the completion rate of I think of film, I think with indies, I think it is 57% of completion rate.
Oh, that's. I mean, over
That's
half.
decent. Yeah, that's decent.
Yeah.
Um, and I want to help with that as much as possible,
Mm-hmm.
because I think at the end of the day, indie filmmaking will be the savior of filmmaking overall,
Mm-hmm.
especially
Why
with
is that? Why is that?
I think stories, just the originality of it.
Okay.
because with major motion picture, nothing against them by all means, but I feel like some people are getting tired of the remakes and getting tired of like just the yeah, I don't know, just they want new and not necessarily with a new like a Star Wars, for example,
Yeah.
and just stuff like that. People
Isn't
know, huh?
isn't it crazy though? All the different, like Hollywood has a lot of competition now. What used to be they made the movies, you've got reality TV, you've got people making short films and posting stuff on YouTube. You have um like Amazon. I mean, they're making their own movies. You have all of these, you know, competitors, and whereas it used to just be Hollywood and those film producers, and they felt like they had it on lock, right? I've got this, and I've got this job. This is, and now there is. I mean, I feel badly about what's going on in Hollywood. I mean, it's almost like a collapse time for them.
Yeah,
And so I and I can also see how the general public too wants to feel like something's fresh and new and genuine and all of the things. So, we got that.
I feel that with not necessarily the fall of Hollywood because it'll always be its own thing.
Yeah.
But there is less and less. I read this article stating about the budget of LA filmmaking, and they're saying they can essentially make it through to 2027. I don't know if that's factual, and I hope they boost up the numbers. And I know they've been trying to, with their film commission, everything that they can to bring people more in.
Yeah. And who would have ever thought, like 20 years ago, that we would even be having this conversation?
Oh yeah, like 10 years ago, I didn't think I would be in this situation. Like I thought when I was out in LA, I didn't think I was going to come back, and that's what's crazy. And
okay, tell us how that happened. You went out there, you wanted to learn, you wanted to get savvy in the producing, filmmaking and acting and all that. So then what happened out there? And then what made you want to come home?
It was my first time moving out of my parents' house. So everything was new, especially grocery shopping.
Yeah,
But I learned a lot about the value of a dollar. And how to make friends and actually how to network. Because I didn't really know anyone out there, and that was the thing. I kind of just threw myself into the mix, and I went to this C-list and D-list red carpet events, and sometimes like an A-lister would roll through and like, oh my gosh, look, Paris Hilton,
yeah,
and or like Foster the People with the band, Black Eyed Peas. There's been Dennis Quaid, just a lot of people just doing their job.
Yeah.
And they just like, oh hey, they don't want to be like starstruck or anything, but that's why I also want to bring to terms with these classes. I want to help people understand like the ins and outs of the industry, and also be aware of the red flags and the green.
Because did you learn that the hard way out there?
Yeah.
It's important for you that people understand what they're dealing with before they get.
I went to this one guy. He was apparently trying to get me into the Screen Actors Guild, and he was telling me that you had to audition to get into the Screen Actors Guild. That's not how you do that. And I almost lost out on $5,000.
Oh, okay. Wow. So he was just trying to rob you, basically.
Essentially. And that's what I want people, especially like build your resume, then go to a bigger city or not. I mean, I didn't. Yeah. I mean, I did build my resume.
If you had it to do over again, you would have taken different steps to go out there and then come. But why did you come back?
It was a lot to do with family.
Oh,
It
family.
was a lot to do with family, and which which I love, and I just really want, because keep going about it like your dream, no
Hmm.
matter what,
Yeah.
and life will adapt. You will always adapt, and I just found a way to continue the dream here and to attract like more filmmakers to come here, because over the past, I want to say, 7 years, I've introduced people that of Chillicothe and just the history here, and just trying to get people like, hey, no, the police department will help out if you contact them, if you do this and that, all these things. And the difference is definitely community. And my dad eventually got sick, and that's why I eventually came back, though.
I see.
Um, but overall, I got that like that spirit and that persistence, where like, because he believed in me, of the fact where people around you should believe in your passion, and it may be a little cuckoo time to time, like, oh wow, you really want to do this here? And I've had talks with one of our local city council members, Dane DeMint, and also Gunnar Barnes, about this, and they helped tremendously
Yeah.
to pass the whole with the council. Um, but I've tell them some of the ideas of what I've had that would never get passed out in LA, because it takes time, it takes a lot of people here. It still does,
Hmm.
but it's less chaotic, I feel.
Well,
Um,
when you talk about he believed in me, you must believe in yourself too to continue to do what you're doing.
I I do. It's definitely interesting, because like all eyes are like beaming at me right now.
Like,
Uh,
what do you think you're doing, boy?
I know, right? Um, I
You're
started out in theater, so I'm used to stage fright. Uh,
okay.
so like, but overall, I'm really interested to include like the Pump House in this, include the Majestic, to include Ross County Visitors Bureau, CCT.
Yeah.
All I because I'd never want to step on anyone's toes.
Oh, I don't, I know. And I think that once people even talk to you, they immediately understand that you're a person that will be welcoming to all and never leave anybody out in any kind of way. I just think it's funny. I visualize a big. I think we're gonna do it. And when I say we, I mean you. But I got you. I'll be behind you clapping. But I mean, I really think that it's gonna happen. I do. I really do. I think with all the benefits of coming here, and all it would take would be one visit from the right person to go back and say, we need to bring our crew here. Like we need to do our movie here. You know what is so funny? It keeps popping in my head, so I have to say it. A long time ago, I watched a movie that these people were trying to sell their house. They thought it was their dream home. When they got in there, everything in the world was wrong with it.
Oh God.
And it was awful. Like even like stuff outside in the yard was popping off and like it was crazy. And they got everything absolutely fake good and even had like when it was snowing, they had like fake reindeer running through the yard, and they're like, "Cue this!" Anyway, they sold. We're trying to sell the house, and it
Oh,
was really all in shambles. We don't even have to do that because we really are the Hallmark. We don't have
oh.
to pull out the fake reindeer and all that. We have all of it, right?
Also, the weather changes every so often, so
Yeah,
we
we get what. Hey,
do.
whatever you're wanting to film, just wait. It'll be there for
Right.
a second. Yes, I've been loving these nice days we've had,
Oh,
like
yeah, tenfold.
instead of humid and all that. Money Pit. That's it, Susan. It
Well,
was a movie called Money Pit. What about, is there, if you, have you ever watched a movie and thought, man, I wish I could have gotten them here?
all the time.
Yeah, I bet you do.
So is being in the industry and watching movies is actually quite interesting, because you're like, oh, I wonder how they got that shot. Oh, I
I
wonder how they
bet
did
you
that.
do. I bet you
Oh,
do.
it's definitely a cool little homework assignment after each movie, I think.
Yeah.
Um, I really feel I agree with you about with everything happening, and it's just, I felt like not necessarily divine timing,
Mm-hmm.
um, but like it was like 2 years ago. I went and had it was a program called Coffee with the Mayor, and I brought up the proposal up to Luke Feeney,
Mm-hmm.
and he then about fast forward a little bit, and about a year and a half later, hey, do you want to continue this? I'm like, oh yeah, like I just felt so baffled and
But also heard.
yeah,
You were heard. He didn't just,
and I think he thought that I was just going to like present it to him and just like leave it with him because he looked at me and was like, hey, wait, you're gonna do this with us, right? Like,
uh,
so like yeah, don't worry. But it's some of the things that's been happening here recently is just kind of like so surreal.
mm-hmm.
Um, Especially helping out with other productions coming to town. Um, I'm just really looking forward to it and just like seeing the excitement of like locally and
Yeah.
just with the county as well because I've been talking with Channel 10 uh, news try to pretty much create like an article
Yeah.
where we can actually hit this while we're on the ground running
Mm,
really and just trying to keep it more again with the transparency of the communication. I want people everyone to know what we got going on
yes.
and just moving forward as well.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Um, so all in all, you've explained what a film commissioner does, and you can wear many, many hats, but getting productions on location is really key for us, right? Because we want to bring them here. And then,
Yeah,
of course, you like to produce. If they already have a producer, that's not something you have to do. But bringing them here is amazing. And you do wear a lot of hats, you still do. So we appreciate you doing that and trying to bring the production, the film industry, arts back into this community. So I really thank you for that. And I really want anyone who's listening live or later to reach out to Daniel. And if there's someone that you could put him in communication with that might be interested in all the things that we've discussed, there's a place, right, for that. You can definitely, Daniel. But I want to tell you on this podcast, I always ask one question to every guest. So I'm going to ask you. I don't know if you watched any of my podcasts yet to know, but since the show is called Find It, and we're always interested in knowing what you have found in life. Oh, synchronicity is what's happening with Daniel.
thank you.
But we're interested in knowing in your life, and this can be related to what we're talking about or not. It can be just in life in general. What have you found that has inspired you? Or what have you found in life that really means something to you that you want to share with us so you can help us find it too?
Humanity and mixed with creativity. I really think we need to help each other more than ever. Um, Especially checking in on like throughout the industry. There's been a lot of friends with mental health. Just check on your strong friends and your silent friends, um, and just feel like they're not a bother. And throughout the industry or just any workplace, um, it's just good to just be there for one another and introduce them to new create like to new arts. I mean that's how one of the things how I got introduced to it. Where don't be afraid to invite a friend to said production
Mm-hmm.
or to filming, photography, walk, all these things, and just be a community. And it just don't lose that childlike joy, but also heal your inner child. And I think with this is just giving everybody a chance to be take a break from themselves, to take a break. And like when I do acting roles, I put Daniel on the shelf, like, oh, don't worry, I'll come back for you. Don't worry. I'm not a method actor, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
But I just really think with over the years, mental health is really important with any industry. And it's good to show some humanity and reach out and grab a cup of coffee, just take a walk, just have a conversation and just be here and be you. And that's the most important thing in the industry. Don't fake it till you make it. Erase that. Just be you. And you will walk indoors shining and in the rooms that you would never think that you would be in. And I just keep on shining bright. And
I love that. And do you think, Daniel, you have found peace inside yourself and you've healed your inner child? This is what you have found through others being like having humanity and grace toward you? Or no? Did you feel like you had that person that reached out to ask you for coffee?
yeah. I feel like with certain like perceptions versus perspectives, I think like you always need time healing, especially like with the levels of mental health and with depression, anxiety on the rise these days. It's always good to still check in if someone seems like joyful or happy, all these things. But always be mindful of yourself. And I have felt that way, that people have reached out to me and have shook hands with peace and happiness, laughter, joy. And so I feel that's highly important, especially within a community.
Yeah.
Just always be there and be you.
I like it. Well, I'll tell you what, we're glad you're you and we're glad you're here. We're glad you just decided to kick LA to the curb for a little while and come back on home. So we're happy to have you and all the amazing things that you're doing. And I'd really like to do a follow-up with you later after things start. I have a real good feeling about all the things that you're doing. I have a feeling you're going to be back on here giving us all the information about. You guys can come be spectators and watch this film, be this production in Chillicothe, Ohio. I think that's going to happen. It is. I think I really believe it. I believe it. You believe it too. I can tell. When you're talking, sometimes I see you visualizing things.
Yeah.
When you're talking, it's like you have a movie reel in your brain. You're seeing as you're talking about. I could tell you do that. I do that too. That's why I know what you're doing.
It's kind of like here's a film screen and multiple computer tabs.
Yeah.
And
I always have a lot of tabs open.
Yeah. That's where
I'm always like, let me close some of these so I can focus.
Like a Jet2 holiday,
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
But no, I would love that. I would love to follow up with you, and I hope,
good things are happening. Good things are happening for sure, and we do appreciate you. So, with that, Daniel and I are going to get on out of here. But we appreciate you being here live, and if you're watching it later, let us know if you have any contacts for Daniel. He's got a lot on his own right now, but extra never hurts. We can get involved in some way, right?
Yeah.
So, you stay tuned to the next Find It next Wednesday live at 8 p.m. for another guest. So have a great night, Daniel. And thanks to all. Have a good evening.
That floats around me, keeping me